afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Sussex Technical High School's 2020 graduation. At this time, I ask guests to turn off cell phones and silence all noisemakers. We also extend a reminder that at the conclusion of our ceremony, we will have our student-led recessional. We respectfully request that all guests head directly to their vehicles. We do ask that you also adhere to all the CDC guidelines by wearing your mask, maintaining 6 feet of social distancing throughout the program. Please feel free to use the hand sanitizing stations located at each entrance point. Will you please stand for the playing of our national anthem? Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please be seated. Please join me in introducing our platform attendees. School Board Member, Mr. Gary Brittingham. Superintendent, Mr. Stephen Guthrie. Assistant Principal, Dr. Holly Briel. Assistant Principal, Mr. Dean Johnson. Assistant Principal, Dr. D'Angelo Ely. Class of 2020 Advisor, Mr. Jacques Vaux. School Counselor, Mr. Greg Hockman. Our Youth Activities Coordinator, Ms. Sherry Smith. And our Youth Account Secretary, Student Account Secretary, Ms. Gina Smith.
Dear Sussex Tech Class of 2020, I'll start by stating the obvious. This was not the senior year we expected. At one point, we walked out of Sussex Tech not knowing that it would be our last time walking those halls. We walked across the bus parking lot. We got in our cars and drove away singing some songs, but we didn't know that it would be our last time. We didn't even get to say goodbye to our teachers, even the ones we really didn't like. It just seems to be over. But really, it's not. We have made so many memories during our years at Sussex Tech, memories that we share between us, and COVID-19 can't take that away. Here's to Pizza King after school and before football games. Here's to being late to school because you stopped at J&J or Starbucks. I mean, everyone knows if you're going to be late to first period, you might as well get breakfast. Here's to making shirts and painting our faces during Spirit Week. Here's to your heart beating out of your chest when the band plays down the hallways. Here's to freezing during football games and losing our voices, even though we were losing. Here's to getting baby powder in your eyes or getting hit by candy when the tech pack goes crazy. Here's to breaking the bleachers. Here's to being the best high school in Sussex County despite what everyone else thinks. Because guess what? We didn't get stuck in whatever school we were supposed to be at. We chose Sussex Tech. We chose to be Ravens. These are our memories, our moments. And I know that we have a lot of gratitude to share too. Thank you to all of the teachers and staff members who created a safe environment and molded Sussex Tech into our second home. Thank you to those who became second parents, mentors, and friends. I won't name them, but you know exactly what staff members I'm referring to. Thank you to the coaches who spent more time at school than they did at home. A special thank you to my parents for sacrificing everything to get me to where I am, and to my brother for all the love and support. And a thank you to all of the friends and families who have tried to help us make the best of a crappy situation. Sussex Tech brought together students from all over the county and allowed us to form bonds that will last a lifetime. Just think that if you would have chosen to stay at your home school, you probably wouldn't have met some of the friends that you have now. The lessons we learned sitting in the library with Long and Bo, or from chats with the security officers, or from even spending lunch periods with our favorite teachers will follow us forever. Although we are closing this chapter of our book, our stories are just beginning. We may all be heading in different directions, but our memories, moments, and lessons will stick with us. As we're trading our Ravens in for blue hens, seagulls, flames, and all the other mascots, just remember that no matter what, we will always bleed black and silver. Sussex Tech will always be our home, and COVID-19 won't change that. I wish every single member of the class of 2020 the best in all of their future endeavors. Thank you for making me the proudest class president ever. Here's to Sussex Tech's class of 2020. Future doctors, teachers, soldiers, and world changers. Thank you.
Fellow classmates, I, Hasio Nunez, have been given the honor and privilege to speak here today as we commemorate the amazing class that is the class of 2020. For me personally, I would like to thank God for everything He has done for me and my family. He has blessed me beyond my own comprehension. Without Him, none of my blessings would be possible. I want to give a personal shout out to my parents Enrique and Veronica Nunez. You guys are my rock and believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. To my sister Liana and little brother Manny, you guys mean the world to me and make being a brother and the oldest sibling an honor. I'd like to thank all the parents for their hard work, sacrifice, and love that they have poured out upon us as students. I'd like to thank the teachers and staff for their support and life lessons taught within the classroom. We thank you for your understanding, the senior rides, and the emails if we were okay during this time of uncertainty. Overall, I'd like to thank our community for believing in us and doing what they possibly could to make our last year as high school students memorable and special. Like my free Krispy Kreme donuts, even if I only got the glazed ones, but it's okay, I forgive them. The love and strength of our community has been felt by us as seniors who saw their last days of high school behind a computer screen. So we thank you all for each helping hand has allowed us to experience happiness in the midst of troubles. Your support and sacrifice has not gone unnoticed. I am a small-town Ecuadorian kid from a small state, always have been and always will be at heart. But I remember a time when I was a young kid telling my parents how I can't wait to go and live in the city, away from acres and acres of corn, having a day where I didn't have to wake up to the scent of manure and the sound of trucks revving. I felt like Delaware was too small for me. In my mind, I needed something bigger. My parents were certain that I would learn to appreciate my hometown, but the stubborn little kid that I was ready to prove them wrong. But then I grew up and went to high school and met some of the greatest and most amazing people in my life. And as I think about my life and my desire to leave my home state, it's pretty simple how Delaware can grow in a person. From taking the back roads throughout Sussex County, avoiding the tourists and their terrible driving, to seeing our beautiful sunsets that spread across our beaches, and now, even I'm the one revving my truck everywhere I ride. Delaware is small, but the thing is, once people get to know the people of Delaware, the people of Sussex County, the class of 2020 that is graduating from Sussex Technical High School, their perspective changes. They see hardworking, dedicated, extremely gifted and talented individuals, from our beloved farmers to our doctors fighting hard every day to save lives, to our athletes and musicians. We are people who are unwavering, strong-willed, and destined for success. Class of 2020, we are the future voices of America. Your future is bright, and you're the reason why we can still hope and fight for a better world of equality and justice. As we commemorate the graduation of our class, remember that the brightest and most gifted people of our generation reside in the slower, lower, chicken-loving, beach-crazy, cornfield county of Delaware. The day has come, and sadly, our graduation is not the way we wanted it to be. We're ready to throw our hats in the air, hear the chant, ST, you know, one last time in person, and see every friend, family, and mentor in the stands cheering at the top of their lungs with posters plastered with our names. We wanted to see everyone, even that crazy cousin or funny uncle who always makes a scene. We wanted to be able to take pictures with our friends and hug them with wishes of good luck for the future. There are so many wants and what ifs that as a class, we might always wonder, what if? What if COVID-19 never happened? What if the nation wasn't so divided? What if we were able just to have one, just one, more day as seniors roaming the halls of tech? What if? We as a class have experienced the pains and realities of this world far sooner than we would have liked to. We've had to sacrifice and let go of memories from our prom to our senior picnic, leaving us question what the future holds. But I realized something. The class of 2020 will not go down as the class of what ifs. It will go down as the class of what is to become. I don't want to focus today on what the class of 2020 could have been, because that would be a disservice to the amazing people that you guys are. You dealt with the global pandemic that took hundreds of thousands of lives and are still defying the odds by graduating. That's tough. You took the initiative to become leaders of social activism and promote change when evil and discrimination begin to show its ugly face. That's courageous. You show the world that you will not let anything stop you from reaching your dreams. I am just a voice of what is the greatest class to ever walk out of Sussex Technical High School. They cannot name a class that has gone through more adversity, more division, and more heartache. They cannot name a class with more strength. Our class reminded the world of its greatest life lesson, that our time is priceless. Class of 2020, we know what it is like to have our time cut short, but our lives are just beginning. Cherish every moment. Go out with your friends to those unplanned beach days. Take a weekend to spend with your parents. Live with no regrets. I don't know about you, but I learned that I shouldn't have taken those boring days at school with nothing to do for granted, because trust me, being home for more than 2 months is a whole new level of boredom, and even I was ready to go back to school. Our class, a little school in a little county in a little state, has shown everyone that COVID-19 will not stop us. We're the best class to ever live. Don't let no one tell you different, period. These last 4 years have been both happy and stressful. From forgetting to do a homework assignment to using Quizlet as my study guide for everything, I learned that life will have its ups and downs, but when the dust clears, the good memories will remain. If you didn't care about any of this, or you're ready to go and get the diploma, like myself, just remember this. Our class, your voice, is the one that will be written in history as a voice of resilience. Our story of tribulation gives people hope that they too can overcome their own troubles. Class of 2020, we are the voice of change and hope for the future. We are the generation of progress and love. Let nothing hold you back, and never give up on yourself. We have gone through so much as a class. The world tried to bring us down, but you didn't care, and you proved them wrong anyways. So I hope to see you all soon, years down the road, with no regrets, enjoying your life because you chose not to limit yourself. We have paved the way for a new normal, so when future generations seek people as examples of overcomers, we will be able to testify how we have succeeded beyond everyone's expectations. We will be prepared to show the world that life may be imperfect, but it's not impossible to prevail. Let's go in and show the world once again why we will always be the best class to ever graduate. This is our story. Forever a Raven, forever we will fly. Peace out, Ravens.
Hello, my name is Bethany Pasmore. I would first like to say a big congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it. We have successfully finished high school. All of the papers have been turned in, the online tests have been submitted, and the Zoom classes are over. All of us deserve to be proud of what we have accomplished. Our 4 years have not been easy, but we have persevered. We have succeeded in a time when things seem hopeless, and that is an incredible achievement. But we could not have done this alone. We needed our friends and families, our teachers, classmates, and administrators to help us get to where we are today. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you to everyone that has supported us over these 4 years. We are truly grateful for your guidance, compassion, and care. Through each of you, we have learned many things during our time in high school. I would now like to share a few lessons that I have learned in the past 4 years that can help us as we move on to college, career, or military. First, do not become so wrapped up in your work that you forget to live. I spent much of my time in high school focused on my academic responsibilities. I often put my schoolwork and club activities ahead of other things. These activities are important, but so are late nights with friends, beach days, and family game nights. As we go out into the world, remember to spend time doing what you enjoy. Balance your schedule between work and free time. We never know what the future holds, so live in the moment. The second lesson I learned is seek first to understand and then to be understood. Often we focus ourselves on our own thoughts and feelings. In order to effectively communicate, we need to listen to others and focus on understanding them before making our own thoughts and feelings heard. Instead of focusing on yourself, listen to the people around you. By seeking first to understand others and then to be understood ourselves, we can form better relationships with the people around us in the future. The third lesson I learned is that change is necessary for us to grow. As humans, we like to be comfortable. We enjoy consistency and like to keep everything inside our own bubble. But if we become complacent, we cannot grow. We must step out of our comfort zones and push ourselves to take risks. Class of 2020, now is our time for change. It might be stressful, but the change we are experiencing now can lead us to soar new heights and discover new opportunities in the future. Remember, growth can only happen when we are open to changing our mind. On March 13th, 2020, we walked out of high school for the very last time. On that fateful Friday the 13th, we talked about the spreading coronavirus and potential school shutdown, many of us hoping for a few days off. But we never imagined it would lead to this. Suddenly, high school as we knew it was over. We walked out of school that day, never realizing it would be our last. I believe it is important for us to acknowledge the loss and heartbreak our class has suffered. We did not have a senior prom. We missed out on the senior trip, and our graduation looks very different than it was originally planned. But I believe that through these changes, we have grown stronger. Through this event, we have realized the importance of the people around us. I believe that 2020 will start a chain reaction among us to love a little more. Maybe that means holding the door open for someone, or, when we can, hugging people a little tighter. Or maybe it means telling the people around you how they have changed your life for the better. No matter what love means to you, I believe our world has gotten a reality check. It is said you only discover the true meaning of something when you have lost it. I believe that the coronavirus quarantine has shown us the things we take for granted the most: our loving families, our supportive friends, our caring teachers. This break has given each of us a chance to reflect on our lives and think about the people who are important to us. As we take this next step in our lives, I encourage all of you to reach out. Reconnect with the people you have not seen for a while. As you go out into your professional or college career, meet new people and form new connections. Create a community that supports and encourages each other. Our world is hurting, but the power of love and understanding can help us come together. I wish all of you the very best in the coming years. I hope you live a balanced life, seek to understand others, and remember the importance of change. We have learned a lot over the last 4 years. Now is our time to step out and put what we have learned into action. Now is our time to show the world how much love there is to share. Once again, congratulations to the one and only class of 2020. Thank you.
It is with great appreciation to be chosen as the commencement speaker for the class of 2020. It is such a privilege to be selected by an amazing, intelligent, strong, and driven people who thought I would have something intellectual to share that will propel them into a future destined for purpose and success. I sincerely appreciate you. I can only imagine the emotions that you're experiencing amid these circumstances. I empathize with those feelings. Feelings of burglary, because throughout your educational career, the one moment, the one event, the one portion of education that you awaited was hearing your name called as you proceeded to walk across that stage, while your family and loved ones released sounds of excitement, happiness, and joy from the deepest areas of their diaphragms. Feelings of disappointment, having what arguably was the most exciting year of your educational career abruptly end due to circumstances out of your control. While I can't understand your position, I empathize with your position. I'll cry with you. I'll get angry with you. I will be disappointed alongside you. However, I challenge you to not dwell on those emotions for too long. While the graduation ceremony is a phenomenal experience, I promise you that what comes after is far more important. So as you cross that bridge from childhood to adulthood, I challenge you. I challenge you to use those emotions as fuel. Fuel for the fire that burns in your soul to achieve greatness as you define that word from your own perspective. There's a saying that everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose for everything under the heavens. The component that causes stress is our disconnection from understanding how each event is perfectly aligned in molding us into the beautiful individuals that we were created to become. Allow that mold to happen. Allow that process to continue, even when those unexpected moments create levels of unfamiliar discomfort. Allow that process to persist when the pain seems unbearable. But let me define the word allow. Allow doesn't mean wait without action or sit without learning. Allow means that we accept those things that are out of our control and continue to advocate for those things that we can control. 10% of life is what happens to us. 90% is our reaction to those particular events. How will you react? How will you use these pandemics as pedestals that elevate you closer to the peak of your greatness? Will you succumb to the frustration of your parents losing their jobs? Will you lose your ability to dream because you are endowed with the responsibility of taking care of your younger siblings to ensure that their dreams are kept alive? Will you forget your talents and set them aside because you have to pick up an extra job or two to help put food on your family's tables? No, you won't. You won't forget to dream. You won't lose your determination to accomplish every goal that you set before yourself as a measure for your own success. You won't forget your vision, but instead you will find power in love. Power in the empowerment, hidden in the strength of operating as a collective as you use this chapter in your book to write the next one. And you will write. You ascribe words of liberation, freedom, achievement, innovation, motivation, and strength, understanding that, as Nelson Mandela said, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. So as you search for that freedom, that feeling of fulfillment and purpose, and as you allow that mode to happen, I leave these points with you. 1, don't rush. Societal expectations make you believe in the false notion that fast and first is better. But fast means nothing without accuracy. By all means, the destination is important, but the journey is where the improvement lies and growth happens. Stop and take your time to notice things and make those things that you notice matter. If we make our focal point the end of our journey, we cheat ourselves of the enjoyment of living through each experience, each moment, and each breath. Don't cheat yourselves of meaning of life by worrying about the end of it. Number 2, don't be afraid of growth. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. At times it can be uncomfortable, but anyone who receives new information and doesn't use that information to enhance their lifestyle is cheating themselves of reaching their full potential. Growth can be scary, but it's worth it. Oftentimes we shrink ourselves to fit places that we have outgrown because we like the familiar. We sit in our comfort, but no one has ever thrived in consistently staying comfortable. When we choose to step outside of the box, we then realize that the box was never necessary. It was only a hindrance to the possibilities that we shielded ourselves from experiencing because we focused on the feelings of being comfortable. Live outside that box. Number 3, build a community. Nelson Mandela said, as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. You've heard there are power in numbers. I extend that to there's a revolution in community. Without community, there's no liberation. Once you understand, accept, and grasp onto the fact that your emancipation is tied directly to the emancipation of your neighbors, your friends, and your community, then our world becomes a better place for each individual that dwells on the surface. Know that your neighbor's success, happiness, potential, and drive is directly associated with yours. It isn't until each person is able to release from their own bondage that our community, our society, our world becomes a place where everyone has the opportunities to thrive. It isn't until we acknowledge that our cultural differences make us unique, necessary, and required instead of inferior, divided, and separate that we will thrive as humanity beyond imagination. There's a refreshing feeling that words cannot explain when you put your own implicit biases aside intentionally to be of support to someone else, especially those who do not look like you. Some call that word service, but I call that word joy. Number 4, speak and abide by your truth. You have a voice. Your voice is relevant. Your voice holds strength and power. Your voice will open doors for you and your neighbors. Your voice will create opportunities for you and your neighbors. Use that voice. Extend that voice. Be loud and proud of that voice. Never allow your voice to be muffled when you are advocating for things that you know in your heart are right. Stick by your morals, your values, your truth without regard. Change your world with your voice. You have it for a reason, so use it. As you navigate through life, and allow the process of experiences to shape your being, know that you got this. Shape the clay of the world into the fixture that you always dreamed of. Liberate each other in packs as black birds who travel in silhouettes in broad daylight. Remember, it is anything but difficult to underestimate freedom when you have never had it taken from you. Take this world by intention because it belongs to us as a collective. Thank you.
Now I ask the seniors to please stand as I officially present the graduating class. It is with great pleasure and pride that I officially present the graduating class of 2020 of Sussex Technical High School for the awarding of diplomas. The Board of Education, the Superintendent, and I certify that these seniors have successfully completed all the requirements for the Delaware High School diploma. Congratulations to each of you.
Paige Elizabeth Athey. Cheyenne Nicole Ballwell. Jessica Taylor Blatheim German.
There you go.
Madeline Virginia Selmer. Sadie Lynn Furman. Victoria Lee Henry. Ashley Nicole Jones. Mackenzie Lynn Kirkpatrick. Selena Lucia Lombardi. Alyssa Charlotte Mercy. Grace Elizabeth Morris.
Good job. Good job.
Riley Samantha Murphy. Class of 2020 Valedictorian, Bethany Lynette Passmore.
Hey y'all, can I get an STU now? Come on, it's a valedictorian.
Zoe Olivia Rothermel. Lainey Sandoval Sanchez. Anna Marie Sellers. Mackenzie Elizabeth Terry.
Kenzie.
Naya Elizabeth Washington.
Congratulations.
Sydney Morgan West. Bridget Ashley Yo. Camille Denise Bonilla. Maria Grace Cusimano. Lindsay Elizabeth Dill. Renee Hurley. McKenna Lee Lacates. Haley Nicole Malice. Rebecca Marie Schroeder. Stella Grace Wilson. Tiara Renee Wilson. Sierra Michelle Benjamin. Caleb Lee Bradley. Caroline Elizabeth Carter. Alan Michael Clendaniel. William Andrew Clauser. Cody Brett Coleman. Jasmine Elizabeth Cummings. Cameron Michael Drace. Rachel Francis Ellis. Ariane Elvira Abarachin. Christopher Jacob Garrison. Justin Asher Gulab. Anthony Stephen Guox Chung. Sharnay Lynn Harmon. Noah Matthew Hickman. Alexi Sky Humphrey. Jose Rodrigo Ibarra Vesquez. Precious Renee Jackson Powell. Jordan Ryan Jarman. Tyrese Stefan Jenkins. Erin Marie Kimbler. Asia Monet Leonard. Kobe Thomas Martin. Patrick Stephen McCabe. Mallory Elizabeth Noble. Hasiel Christopher Nunez, 2020 Salutatorian. Salutatorian. Justin Alexis Oriana. Zoe Cheyenne Quevedo. Bethany Lynn Schroeder. Jada Brene Strand.
There you go. Good job. Take your time.
Tyler Blake Terry.
Let's go, Tyler. Tyler. Congratulations.
Kyle Ashton Twilley. Daniel Vicente. Najee Alexandria Washington.
There you go.
Trevor Joseph Whitlock.
Go, Trevor.
Hunter Michael Williams. Sierra Monet Wilson. Carly Danielle Callahan. Kyle Stephen Morris. Shannon Marie O'Hara.
Way to go, Shannon. Way to go.
Rachel Ann Papa. Madison Lee Torlish. Nathan Thomas Willie. and Kayla May Wilson. Christopher James Apostolos.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Jenna Bones. Grant Evan Carter. Jeffrey Cameron Clausen. Luke Hamilton Collins. Trevor Stephen Cosby. Christopher Michael Dory. Chase Nathaniel Flood. Nicholas Cole Haney. Ricardo Allen Hernandez. Dylan James Holston. Chelsea Lee Jennings. Tanner Blake Lacates. Devin Wade Perry.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yep, you good. They got it.
Nathan Cole Reed. Charles Albert Ross. Dylan Thomas Scarangella. Mitchell Roy Schaefer. Edwin Henry Tercero Verduo. Kai Edward Terry. Austin Lee Truitt. Junior Alexis Velazquez Diaz. Christian Lloyd Whitelock. Dakare Namir Beasley. Andrell Jameer Allen Fulton. Wade Anthony Hernandez. Zeth Henry Jarvis. Anthony Michael Morgan. Andrew Jr. Ochoa. LaMarcus Dante Thompson.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Colin Michael Weldon.
Congratulations.
Peyton Tanner Willie. Aiden John Chambers. Derek Antonio Cifuentes Moreno. John Thomas Farrow. Isai Flores Gabriel. Andrew Jared Fody. Devin Benjamin Fontaine. Jordan Dean Harper.
Jordan. Way to go, Jordan. Congratulations.
Owen Xavier Kamen.
Never thought I'd see this day. Ma, I made it!
Christopher James Lee. Raul Martinez. Kenny Josue Perez Vasquez. Julian Michael Roach. Devin Larry Tercero Verduo. Dimitri Savas Wilson.
Way to go, Meech. Way to go, Meech.
Jacob Penuel Barrett.
Good job, young man. Congratulations.
Derek Booth.
Congratulations. Good job. You're straight. You got it.
Honesty Nevaeh Bowden. Shay Lorraine Brown. Jamel Twain Harmon Colick. Tyler Christopher Waldridge Heater.
Congratulations, young man.
Owen Martin Hilton. Grant Michael Lamers.
Congratulations, young man.
Taylor Ann Caves. Logan James Abbott.
Congratulations, Logan.
Trenton Bowen Broomall. Kevin Carnell Custis Jr.
Look, we're going to do this. We're going to do a toe tap.
Jay Sean Johnson.
Right there. Congratulations.
Skylar Marquise Johnson.
There you go.
Nicholas Russell Kellum.
Congratulations.
Jordan Christopher McNair Bain.
Congratulations, Jordan. Congratulations.
Erica Kirsten Olson.
Congratulations, young lady.
Devin Lamar Reynolds.
Congratulations, man. Very good.
Jalen Micaiah Sneed. And Connor Edward Spedden. Caroline Elizabeth Bunting. Jessica Cack. Emily Marie DiPasquale. Riley Ann Dunn. Tegan Tyler Elliott. Ariella Juliana Gonzalez. Hannah Marie Gorski. Kayla Lynn Horn. Sierra Nicole Livingston. Kelsey Renee Nooneman. Brisa Ocampo Fuentes. Molly Elizabeth Oakes. Jezebel Grace Reinhold. Jasmine Antonia Rogers. Calissa Lynn Shaver. Brianne Jane Smith. Kylie Wren Grace Springer. Ashley Tamaj Jiguan. Caterlyn Magdani Barrios Lopez. Ruthnie Ann Mercedes Bertrand. Mackenzie Lee Betts. Samantha Nicole Bunting. Adriana Alexis Cannon. Kelsey Lynn Carmine. Kaylin Esmeralda Castro Cruz. Morena Catherine Coleman. Sophie Elisa Zerwinski. Dallas Lee Emplet. Victoria Jeanette Duray.
That's right. Congratulations.
Samantha Marie Giurini. And the 2020 class president, Nayelis Gonzalez Sanchez.
Congratulations.
Anna Elise Humes. Shakira India Jackson.
Congratulations,
Jessica John. Jody Christopher Jamari Johnson.
Good job, Joey.
Alyssa Nicole Layfield.
Congratulations, Layfield.
Chloe Elizabeth Lieball. Abigail Marie Logsden. Elver Mendoza Velasquez.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Megan Kate Moriarty. Samantha Lee Nichols.
Congratulations.
Myre Astoria Northern. Yaisa Carolyn Pastor Gonzalez. Uriel Arturo Sanchez Pina.
Congratulations.
Roberto Santos.
Congratulations.
Riley Jane Sensini.
Congratulations.
Taylor Monet Sills.
Congratulations.
Jessica Deshelle Sneed. Adali Saray Soto Perez.
Congratulations.
Van Mai Tran. Naomi Marie Whitmer. Gia Delana Wood.
Congratulations.
Ryan Christopher Flood.
I made it, Mom!
Alexa Caroline Griffith. Julia Hardy. Jana Lee Hershey. Miranda Lee Hudson. Kaya Jalen James. James Patrick Metz.
Shortbridge.
Alexander Jacob Rakes.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hannah Marie Scarborough. And Adrian Elizabeth Smith. Dua Abid. Logan Austin Adams.
Congratulations. Good job, young man.
Alyssa Catherine Bradley. Kayla Elise Brett Brady. Alexis Marie Bullock. Julia Rose Hollenbeck.
Congratulations.
Connor Wesley Mears. Hannah Lynn Morris. Sarah Emily Purdue. Abigail Hannah Stanuski. Jessica Marie Truitt. John Cantillo Wilton. Ishmael Fadi Elmir El Ayubi. Christian Anthony Garcia.
What's up, everyone?
Congratulations.
Turner Samuel Lee.
Congratulations.
Christian Jonathan Mendoza Hernandez. Faraj Patel. Scott David Richards. Nicholas James Smith.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Fernando Danilo Stante Toon.
Congratulations.
Cameron Lee Veazey.
Congratulations.
Jared Alpert. Sadie Brooke Brittingham. Christopher Brian Clark, Jr.
Congratulations.
Jillian Brooke Cox. Martez Dante Gibbs. Alexander Charles Hearn. Gabriel Lee Hoffman. Shane Edward Gerald.
Congratulations, Shane.
Kelsey Logan Cormanic.
Congratulations, Kel.
Saracen Gage Lunn.
Congratulations.
Robert Andrew Mancuso.
Congratulations.
Joseph Alejandro Marquez.
Alejandro. Congratulations.
Emmett Maurice Miner.
Congratulations.
Patrick Thomas Short.
Congratulations.
Chase Michael Snyder.
Let's go, baby.
Congratulations.
Noah Matthew Towers.
Congratulations.
Jaden Jermel Vanderhorst.
Congratulations.
Carson Sheldon Watts.
All right. Congratulations. You got it. Congratulations.
Lucas Aristel. Dylan Lee Carpenter. Megan Grace Cathell. Alden Bradford Conley. Sean Maxwell Fillmore. Cody Garrison. Mario Xavier Hernandez. Jacob Miles Lucas. Blake Robert Meyer. Abigail Mary Neely. Levi Douglas McNatt Perkins. Delaney Kincaid Quillen. Mark Iman Rathel. Mason Scott Rolfe. Savas Sarin. Najina Ananda Bogle. Allison Sheehan Collier. Sarah Brooke Cullen. Justin Allen Eichenberg.
Congratulations.
Lydia Eve Hall.
Congratulations.
Sierra Elizabeth Hall.
Congratulations.
Cheyenne Carter Jakimowski. Sarah Nicole Jones. Erin Rose Kay.
Congratulations.
Sobechi Ife Okoye.
Congratulations.
Shelby Lynn Parsons. Melissa Nicole Patak. Matthew Osborne Ryan. Kara Nicole Shallis. Amanda May Seiler. Madison Emily Vogel. Khalil Thomas Daniel Whaley. And Alyssa Paige Worcester.
Seniors, please prepare for the tassel ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates from Sussex Technical High School's class of 2020.